What's up, everybody? So, this is my review of season 2 of Special Ops The Lioness, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. My wife and I, we binged watched this in I think 3 days or so, which is fast considering, we got, kids and responsibilities and everything. But we definitely look forward to every single episode, and I think we watched the last two, yeah, I thought it was three, the last two episodes back to back last night to round it out. And man, I really enjoy when Taylor Sheridan gets in a more modern, not necessarily relatable context, but definitely something that has more appeal of excitement and suspense in it. I think of his movies like the movies that he wrote, like Sicario 1 and 2, even to a certain extent, Without Remorse, that came out on Amazon, even though I have issues with that particular movie. But once he gets into something that is more like military and espionage, he really knows how to do action, and he really knows how to build up towards the action in the script. He wrote every single episode for both seasons. I think that's one of the reasons why there's going to be probably not until 26 we're going to even hear anything about season 3. But I think it was like a great storyline. This time it's a different Lioness that they were bringing onto the team, because at the end of season 1, the Lioness there left, was like, I want no part of this anymore, based on all the events that unfolded. Of course, she does come back, but just in a slightly different capacity, and they have a new Lioness to kind of be the spy, you can say, of the team. The main issue that this time around is, instead of like in season 1, it's in a terrorist financier. This time around, it's the Mexican cartels. So if you've been watching the news in the States, it's relatable. It's familiar, at least, what is going on. And I really, really enjoyed the additions to the cast. So Morgan Freeman is there way more than before. I think the regular addition that I really, really liked is the character of Kyle, played by Thad Luckinbill. He pops up a little bit in season 1 as kind of the wild card CIA spy that always gets Zoe Saldana's character Joe into trouble. And that's kind of like the running joke in season 1. This time around, he actually appears in the credits in the beginning of the show. And I think he's in every single episode. And his character, I think, is one of the more watchable ones. It's like he has, maybe a little bit of arrogance to him, but at the same time, he's very much a team player. And you see how he will do just as much or even more than the other special operatives. So then to kind of see him take the lead in certain moments and instances, it was really, really great. And Taylor Sheridan just really knows how to write characters that are compelling. And he even knows how to cast the right people to get the most out of them. For example, even though, Nicole Kidman's been around for a long time, she's a big movie star. But can you really name anything that she's been in the last, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years that is notable, that brings the best out in her? Not really, And so anytime she's in the scene, it's all hands on deck. She's like, she is giving it all she has. She is just so charismatic and has such a presence on the screen. And her relationship with and chemistry with Zoe Saldana's character is just awesome. I mean, she even refers to her as her best friend. They don't have like the Sex and the City type of gossipy relationship, but you can see the chemistry and the connection between the two, and how, there are similarities in their respective marriages. So they, even though they don't, go too into depth about what their struggles are in their respective relationships, there's just like this unspoken thing that you can still feel as an audience member. Another person that also gets a lot of shine that I hope he does more is Michael Kelly. He plays the deputy director of the CIA. You see a little bit more. You see a little bit of his home life, not just him in the Situation Room or in the office like in season one. And he's one of the great character actors out there. I mean, I think most people only remember him or got to know him from playing Doug in House of Cards. And so to see him in another great show, I think is like it's refreshing for me, being such a fan of House of Cards, and then the fate of his character, because I plowed through even the last season, for better for worse. But to see that as great of an actor as he is, and as good as a performance as he gave in that show, I thought I hope I see him do more notable things, and then to see him in this show is great. So overall, I highly recommend it. Take your time, because season 3, God knows when it's going to come out. But if you can't resist it, you're definitely going to be, you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a great time. Anyways, what about you? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash that like button, give me a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.